ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to pay homage to the 112 trade that has brought us so far. Yet we're not home yet, wayward child. You feel abandoned. You feel like you're all alone because your president has indicated that he wants to tax unrealized capital gains up to 40% and take away our winnings that are not even in our accounts. Some bank is going under and it's gone to zero. Some jobs report came out today and you hung your head, not knowing what tomorrow brings. And so it is with great appreciation that I come to you now and say, farewell, thee friend. Most of you who came from David's son's room and now are looking at what we do and saying, you know what, after all, David wasn't a nut. We're going back to David's room. We'll see you later, Bob. I will miss you, fair friend, who lets the wind of change blow you from strategy to strategy. Ours is a strategy that has lasted since August of 2021. That has survived 20% drawdowns in the S&P 500. Yet on such a day, you're ready to throw in the towel. Oh, faithful follower, do not be weary. Do not throw in the towel. Trust the process. Trust the process. As I've shared with the people going on into the mentorship, trust the process. Love the process. Embrace the process. Follow the process. And always remember this: grapes must be crushed to make wine. Diamonds form under pressure. Olives are pressed to release oil. Seeds grow in darkness. Whenever you feel crushed, under pressure, pressed, or in darkness, you, my friend, are in a powerful place of transformation and learning. Trust the process. Do not be so quick to abandon the process. It is the process that brought us to where we are today. And shall we let a day or two of unrealized losses, even though our president would like to tax our unrealized gains, will we let us allow it to lower our heads in shame? Nay, I say, nay, which I've probably never used in my life. We will not allow 1 or 2 days to make us be of weary hearts. Hang on, dear friend. I even tried to call Ed today to tell Ed that, Ed, I've got a margin call. What shall I do, Ed? Ed was so busy worrying about what the morrow brings that he said, I'll call you back later, but he never called me back. Do not be weary. Hang in there, Ed, who's probably still reading over the jobs report from this morning and reading the 401k prospectus of something somewhere to get his money out. Do not be dismayed. Follow the process, for therein your fortune lies. So, will we allow a day or two of an account going down to destroy us? Oh, no, we will not. What is my net lick now? I don't know. It's moving quickly. It's fading before my very eyes. It says 35,484. That is the number that we will use. 35,484. Now it's 37. Now it's 36. Now it's 35. We'll use 35,484 to see how bad things have gone. 35,484. Is it 36? Is it 35? It really doesn't matter. Because it does appear that now we are underwater. We enter our metrics as we always do, trusting the metrics. Now is the time that tries men's souls. It was the worst of times. It was the best of times. What are our Greeks and ratios, dear friend? Well, let us see. Let me hide the account number. 35,516, 35,324, 35,519. We don't know how much money we've got in the account. We just know that we are down, but we are not out, as I will soon show you. So today, let us gather our information. The deltas are 105. The theta is -11. 105, -11. Here we go, children. 105, -11. 105, -11. What is our VIX? This is where your pain is coming from, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the market movement. It's the VIX going from 19 to 26 because of the uncertainty. But I'm asking you, oh child, to not be afraid of the volatility. I ask you to embrace the volatility. Our buying power usage is now at 14,392. 14,392. Now, as I sit back in my little chair and allow the metrics to speak to me, I realize I need a negative delta. I realize I need some positive theta. And I realize that my buying power is, too much. So what does little Bobby do? Little Bobby goes in and says, I must not decrease my theta. I must reduce my delta and my buying power. So I go in and I see what the next, let's see, let's go to trade tab. Uh-oh, I'm showing all my account numbers. Sorry, hold on. I don't want to get in trouble. All right, this is good, y'all. Y'all hang with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to see which future is coming up next. See the volume is starting to come into the M3s. So I want to go to the M3s. This one expires in 7 days. We're going to start putting our stuff in the M3s. So I'm going to go to the M3s. So I'll go over here. And I'm going to MES M3 instead of H3. I said I'm going to go to MES M3. And I am going to sell a future. And that's going to relieve my buying power. So here's what we're going to do now. All right, we are in. Oh, that was loud. Let me increase my volume a little bit. All right, watch this, y'all. You're going to love it. So now I'm going to pretend, best that I know how, that we're going to go ahead to Monday, the 13th of the 23rd year. And we're going to pretend we've got the same net lick that we got here, 35,484. And then we're going to go in and see what our new metrics are. So I sold that. So now my new metrics are 46 deltas. Let me move y'all out of the way. 46, -19. 46, -19. This is what we wanted, y'all. We wanted this to happen. 46, -19. And we're still at 26. All right. What did our buying power go down? It didn't show it went down because of a bug in the Tasty platform. So we have to go and click this little gear, and we have to click, where we do that at? Hold on a second. We have to click positions. Then we have to click cap requirement. Then we have to click this. So it went down to 13,499. 13,499. Put that in. 13,499. Beautiful. Now then, My deltas are fine. My thetas are horrific. And my buying power is much more palatable. Now, if you're scared, if you're nervous, if you think that the market's going to keep going down, I could sell another future, but I don't see a need to do that at this point. Now, let's look at our big green monster, which are our best technical indicator. We had a pause here at the end of the, see this, we had a little bit of support here. Then we have now become oversold. We have popped back up, but we're finding a little bit of resistance here. So we are oversold. We anticipate coming back when rational minds wake up and realize this is just a knee-jerk reaction. But it's this far, we've not done it. All right, so what do? Is there anything that we could do to get our theta up? Let's see. Now, in this account, it's a little harder because with our positions, we've got our H3s and our M3s. We've got things that are in the money, but we've got things out here that are way out of the money. This is our put debit spreads down here, right? Some of these are now in the money. So here's a 39.10. Here's a 39.50 that's in the money. 39.50, 3,900, right? We could say that, well, Bobby, can we not close this? We sold this for $10, or we bought it for $10. We could sell it for $23.50. Well, I would say, what's our maximum gain on it? We could go up to $50. So I don't think that I would take this off. This would have negative theta effect, takes away from our extrinsic value, and buying power is going to take a debit and fix. I don't see us doing anything like that. If I could easily identify where I had some long options, I might do something, but I need theta in the account some way, somehow. So we're using now 38% of our buying power. What you could do is say, well, we've had a wonderful, wonderful drop. What you could do is say, maybe we could go out and sell some premium, right, on such a good down day where we normally sell something for $12 and about in the 29.50 area to get a little theta. That's where we normally sell. We could sell 2 of those. Let me clear all this. We could sell 2 of the 2,900s for about $12. Right? This would give us a little bit of theta. Let's see what the theta actually does if we sell 2 of these. Takes $458 in buying power. Now, this is what is difficult. Selling premium when the market is collapsing. That's difficult. But now we got just a little bit of theta by doing so. If there were long options out there, I could close them. I could close long options that are in my put debit spreads as well to fix my theta issue. But the theta issue should take care of itself once the market kind of calms down. So now let's see what else we could do. That brings my delta to 45, negative 18. Let's put that in, see what it looks like. 45, negative 18. Okay, little better. Now, do I really need to do anything else? Here's what I would say. I don't think that I do. And what I would do is I want to see how my naked puts are doing. So let's go out in time and let's just look at them, shall we? So let's go all the way down to where the nakeds are. All right. Those are the 2,900 that I just sold. They're at a 5 delta. What else do we have down here? We've got 2 at the 3290 at an 11 delta. We've got 2 at the 3300 at a 12 delta. We've got 2 at a 15 delta, 2 at a 16 delta. We've got 1 at a 19 delta. We've got 3 here, but are these parts of loans, or this is a 20 delta, 21 delta, 6 at a 21 delta. We've got 2 at a 23 delta. Now, then come all of our put debit spreads. The closest naked put that I have is a 23 delta. Okay. Is there anything to do here? I don't think so. I think I'm fine. I think I'm good. And I think I'm just going to let those go. Now, so there's no need to go into problem child status. Remember our problem child status? There's nothing that needs to be rolled. There's nothing that needs to be done. What I'm going to do is wait for the market to resolve itself. So I sold a future. My deltas are 54. I've got positive deltas. If we do start the upswing that I anticipate is going to happen because we're oversold, I'll be great. If you are nervous going into the weekend and you think other crap is going to happen over the weekend and we're going to open up big low on Sunday, what could you do? I could sell another future. And if I sell another future, what's going to happen? I'm going to totally neutralize my deltas. I'll be at -3. Now my theta's recovered a little bit. Now it's at -5. My theta should recover. I added a little theta by selling 2 naked puts. I really don't think I need to do anything else. I've hedged some by adding a naked or a short future. I don't think there's anything to do. I think I will wait. Question, is that the best thing to do? I don't know. I think so. We're not in problem child status, y'all. The reason you're seeing the losses is because of this. Let me make sure everybody knows. It's not because of the move down. The move down is very sustainable. The reason that you and I are down is because we are short Vega. And this happened. This happened. This should resolve itself. As you can see, it popped all the way up to what, 29 or so? Now we're back to 26. I believe this is a knee-jerk temporary reaction, and I'm not panicking. Now, you, ladies and gentlemen, who are employing this strategy should be so happy that people are so easily spooked and scared. Because they are easily spooked and scared, we sell options to them. I sold 2 today. They get scared to death, they start buying. Not us, we sell. So the reason you're seeing the loss is because of this humongous percentage increase in VIX in a short period of time that I believe will calm down. Okay? Nothing else to do in this account. All right, let's go to the next less difficult account because I want to show you the difficult account today. This is the difficult account. And I want to go through that, how we're going to manage it. But let's go to our smaller account, our Crimson 203 account. Let's see how we're doing in here. So we are at 33. Look, it's moving so fast. 33,308. We'll take 33,308. We'll take the best number it'll give us. 33,308. 33,308. Now this is going to look big, y'all. And it's a volatility issue. No, that's the same. 33,308. 33,308. Beautiful. Okay. Now it says we are down 1.96% on the year. I got you. That looks terrible, especially when we were bragging yesterday that we were doing so well. Temporary setback. All right, let's go get our metrics and see what we need to do. The deltas are 136. The theta is 17. 136, 17. 136, 17. 136, 17. The VIX we said was at 26. And our buying power usage is at, buying power is at 18,300. 18,300. And this is so good that we're having to go through this. I mean, it's painful when you're going through it, but it's really good that we're going through this, because let's see what we do. So we're at 54%. My suggested delta adjustment is 86. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell some futures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to the trade tab. We're going to find this future here, right? This one ends in 7 days. So we're going to go here. We're going to click the bid, and we're going to sell 2 futures. I said we're going to sell 2 futures. Beautiful. Sell them. Fill me, baby. There we go. Filled at 39.05. Now let's go get our Greeks and ratios. So now we're
Bobby,
at.
was that an ES or an MES?
Oh my God! I hope it was a. What did I just trade?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Now I'm a negative 1,000 deltas. Okay. Let's get out of those. Thank you, man. Where's Rick at? Create closing order. Let's see if we can buy some. Buy them back.
He's here.
Rick, how come you didn't catch that?
My bad, Bobby. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, Rick. We'll forgive you this time. Come on. Get me out. There we're out. Lost a little bit on it. That was my first stupid trade of the year. I'm not even gonna think about it though. We're gonna go back to the trade tab. We're gonna fix our deltas. Here we go. MES. We're gonna sell in this one, right? The 98. We're gonna sell 2 of these. Come on, baby. Oh, I got to click on the bid. Come on, baby. Sell 2 of those. Sell 2 of those. And it's like Karen said today, Bobby, this feels weird. I'm selling in the hole. Yeah, because you're selling in the hole because you don't know what's going to happen. I think that the market's going to recover, but what if it doesn't? That's why you got to sell in the hole. There we go. 39.05. So here we go. Let's go back. Let's see what we're looking like. We're looking like 30 deltas. Look, my deltas are moving all over the place. 30 and 17, and we brought it down to 15. 30, 17, 15,000. So let's do it so like we're putting it in on Monday. I'm going to put Monday state in here. 3, 13, 23. Keep the same 33, 308. Then we go over here. Now, remember, your president wants us, I guess, is he going to allow us to count this as already a realized loss, since we're going to start trying to count unrealized gains as well? So we're at 30, 18. It's switching all over the place. Say 30, 18, 15. 30, 18, 15. So we're going to compare, see what we did. 30, 18, 15. 30, 18, we'll pretend that Monday is still 26. And we'll put this at 15,000. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, theta's positive. I like that. It's not where it needs to be. We understand that. But I think everything's good. We've got our deltas neutralized. Yeah, our buying power is a little elevated. So the question is, are you okay with having the elevated buying power? I mean, that's really the question. So what you could do is say, I could take off some more buying power by taking off some profitable positions per se. Now that would cut into my theta, but let's go back. Remember, didn't we on this account have something that was positive? Like, let's see, we got these loans here. That would give me theta. It would also increase my deltas. SBH 4 short. I wonder if those are still profitable. 35 tens. We could close them at 632 and they'd be fine. It's giving me the signal to close them because they've got down to 21 days. So let's see what the 35 tens are. See if we can close a profitable trade. 35 tens. They were at 94% profit. Remember I said, oh, I'm not going to try to close those. Now you look back and you go, well, maybe I should. 35 tens. Let's see what they're doing. 35 tens are at 62% profits. Create closing order. Buy those at 12.25. Let's try to buy them at 11.50. See if we can get out. There we go. 11.50. Let's put that in our little pipe and smoke it. 11.50. 35 tens at 11.50 closing price. And we are at 3:10:23. So you and I made enough to go to the Southern Lady tonight because we made $196.62, and I am firing up the band, Roger.
Yeah, we're moving on now, to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Right. Now, I'm getting another signal here. Look at this. I'm looking at another one here, a part of our shorts, and it's saying close those because those are down to 21 days. Let's see what these look like. 35.50. So there's only one 35.50. Let's go look at him. 35.50. Because what I may do is replace the risk on these. I may sell some more stuff out and get some more theta. Let's see what a 35.50 looks like. Come here, little fella. 35.50. 35, or was it 35? Yeah, here it is. 33.50. Is it 41% profit? Take our $51 and roll. 33.50. Create closing order. We can try it at 14.25. And let's see if we get filled. 35.50. Fill me, baby. Beautiful. At 14.25. Let's go take his profit. So this one, 14.25. And look at the new spreadsheet that me and Joe worked on. He gave me the formula to help do this quickly so I didn't have to do a lot of research. Watch the whole thing turn green, y'all. What's this? 3:10:23. Boom. Big Daddy made a profit of 47.06, baby.
Yeah, we're moving on now, to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
That's all the auto close signals that I got. So we took some profits. So now let's look at our Greeks and ratios. So we got to take our monitor tab off here. And let's go take our groups off. So now our deltas are at 19 and we're at 1.61 theta. That's not good. Let's see if it goes up a little bit. 19 point, let's say 19 and 3. 19 and 3. Because we're going to sell some theta. 19 and 3. So we went from 30 to 19 and theta at 3. All right, why don't we then up our theta by putting on some additional trades? So Let's go to the trade tab. And with a big down day like we've got today and compounded with yesterday, let's go out and let's go to 70 days. Let's find where we can sell about $12 worth of something way on down here at the 3,000. And let's see if we can sell about 4 of those. 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'm gonna do 6. How was my buying power? My buying power is a little bit stretched, but I took some of those off. Let me see if I can sell 6. I want to strike when opportunity presents itself. So 70 days, okay, 3,000 and 1175, 6 of those. Let's go put those in. $3,000. Got us nice 6. And that's big compared to our normal tranche size, y'all. We're just taking risk. Naked put 28. Naked put 28. We sold the 3,000. Look at there, y'all. We were selling the 3440s just the other day, and now we're selling the 3,000s. Beautiful. Puts naked 70 days, 3, 10, 23, and we did it for crap. What did we do it for? 1225 or 1250. 6 orders. We did it for, come on, baby. We did it for 1175. I want more than that. Being the greedy capitalist that I am. 1175. Beautiful. All right, so we took in 343.68 on those. I want to look at my Greeks one more time. So now we're at 30 and 20, 15, 640. 30, 20, 15, 640. 30, 20, 16, 15, 640. 30, 20, 15, 640. Y'all help me remember that. 30, 20, 15, 640. 30, 20. Oh, that looks good on that, doesn't it? 20, 15, 640. All right, beautiful. All right, so 45 there. All right, now then, what do I want to do? Do I want to do put debit spread? Do I want to do a put spread? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to do, because I think my futures are going to hold my deltas down. My deltas are fine. I don't think I'm going to do a single put debit spread. I don't think it's necessary. Now, it would bring my deltas down some, but I've already brought them down by selling the futures. So I've got my deltas in line. I've increased my theta, which is great, and I decreased my buying power. I think I'm done. Questions on that account? All right, there you go, baby. Go green. All right, so let's look at this. Oh, and by the way, Ryan did this, and I'm going to see if I can do it to my account. I've never thought about doing this. What Ryan does is he adds something here. He adds, Ryan, if you're in here, what is it? Delta of the position.
Yeah, it's option delta. is the name
Option
of the
delta.
column.
Let's find it. Option delta. I never thought about this. This saved a lot of time. So in Ryan's plan, he will start rolling something if it gets at the 30 delta. Okay, so option delta. Where's it at? Option delta. There. Let's try that in there. Beautiful. So we got option delta in there. It does take a while to load, but what's this, y'all? This is kind of cool. So now, well, let's see if I can put it in my group so I can see my nakeds all by themselves. Because I told Ryan I wanted to do that. Oh, here we go. Let me do groups. Groups, groups, groups. Show groups. Let's go to our nakeds. Naked puts. Here we go. Check this out. So This is at a 16, a 18, a 22, a 21, a 21, a 23, a 24, 22, 22. Now there's one, right? If he was going to roll at 30 and here's a 13 and a 14, y'all, I don't see, I mean, I'm willing to roll something if it's at a 50 delta. I don't see anything that's causing me problems at all. No problems at all. So what did we do? Let's look what we did in this account. We made ourselves better. That's all you can do. Our deltas are fine. We've got short futures, but we don't care because we're still positive deltas. If the market goes up, we make money. We increased our theta, right? And we reduced our buying power. Enough said. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy our weekend. Don't lose sleep over this stuff. All right, now let's go to the problem child. Now, y'all are going to love this. And I waited specifically on you guys for this to happen because little old sweet Bobby got a phone call and an email from our friends at TD Ameritrade. And what they said, yeah, I'm selling the June contract, not the March, right? I'm finished for March. Now, what they did is called me and sent me an email and said, excuse me, sir. They called me today. They said, are you aware that in your IRA that you have a margin call? I said, yes, I am. Sir, are you going to do something to take care of that? I said, well, yes, I am. Okay. When are you going to do that? And I'm like, well, when I get together with my trading group today, we're all going to get together. Oh, okay. So you're aware of it. I said, oh, yes, I'm aware of it. So I was going to see if I could find you the email. I think I already put it in the trash. Let me see if I can find it. Because here's what happens when you get a margin call. And I don't want anyone to freak out. Let's see. Where is it at? Give me a second. I'm in my trash. Oh, here we go. Futures margin call. Here we go. Everybody to not freak out. Because that's the thing that I'm worried about with y'all so much is that y'all freak out. And when you freak out, you're gonna make dumb decisions. So here we go. Let's look at this. Hello, Bobby. Here's what a margin call looks like. Due to the changes in the positions in your IRA, you moron, your futures account at Chi Swap Futures and Forex has been issued a futures margin call in the amount of This is due today, you fat black glass wearing son of a gun, and you got to take care of it today. So this is what, if you have any questions, please feel to call us. Well, I didn't have any questions, but they called me. So what do you do? So let's look at the account. Let's record our metrics first. And they're like, Tubby, you got to do this before 4 o'clock today. I'm like, yeah, no big deal. I said, we got it. So I knew it this morning and I didn't flip out. So let's look and see what happens. So let's go and just see what's happening here. So let's record all of our Greeks and our net lit, see how much money we're down. Unrealized, ladies and gentlemen, unrealized. We're at 82,067. 82,067. That's going to look really bad, y'all. It's going to look really bad. It's going to scare some of y'all. 82,067. To me, it's just another day. Today is 3/10. So it says we're down $6,624. We're down 1.77% on the year. Wang, cry me a river. We got our Greeks and ratios. Our Greeks and ratios say that we are at, let's see, 262 plus 18 is what? 272, 280, right? 280 and 24. 280 and 24. So let's go put that in. 280 and 24. 280, 24. Okay, and we know that we were at 26 here. So let's see what they'll allow us to do, right? So they're saying that our buying power now is at 45,063. 45,063. All right. So the first thing that some of y'all would do is go, oh my God, Bobby, you are 157 long. You're at 280. You need to do something. You need to sell futures. Okay, let's see if they'll allow us to sell futures. Let's see what they'll allow us to do before I release some buying power. So let's go through the process of what we would do. Because when you first look at this, the first thing you say, if you knew you didn't have a margin call, is you would say, well, I need to sell some futures. How much? It says you need to sell 3 and maybe 4, right? Maybe 4 futures. So let's look and see what that looks like. Let's see if they'll let us do it. Make sure we don't do ES this time, right? Let's go to the futures and see if they will allow us to, or see if we get an error. You ready? So let's try it. We're going to try to sell 4, and we'll see if they say you don't have the buying power to do it, if they're going to allow us to do it. 2, 3, 4. Right? 39.18 and sell and swing, 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 and batter, 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 swing. It's working. Come on. Come on. Just work it in. Market's moved. Sometimes we got to move stuff. Selling 4 of those and better swing. We're feeding at 39.14. All right, let's do the same thing that we did with the other account. Let's pretend, best I know how, is that we're on Monday, and let's record our metrics today. We're going to pretend like it's the same thing that we had today, 82,067. We go into the Greeks and ratios and see what that did for us. So over here, we now have deltas of 56, 66, 73, and 20. 73 and 20. Beautiful. 73, 20 theta. And we'll pretend the VIX is the same as it was. And let's see what that did to our buying power with 4 futures. Now our buying power is down to 38.6. 38.685. 38.685. Beautiful. All right, everybody with me. So we dropped our buying power from 54 to 47%. Our theta, you know, I mean, it's moving, y'all. It should have stayed the same. And we reduced our deltas from 280 to 73. All right, we could go to our trade tab and see if our trade tab is screaming for anything to be taken off today. Let's see. No auto close signals, nothing telling me that I need to get out anything. Good. I said no close signals, no anything. So let's see what else we want to do over there. So we've got our deltas taken care of. My theta is not taken care of, but here I can't sell anything. It says the account has no available buying power. All right, here's where we go to that dang ad. Dang ad said, let me make sure we are saying so. If SBH LPs expire in 7 days, would you close at a discount from the expiration date, 20 to 30%? Yeah, your loan puts should probably be making money now, right? So you should be able to close those at profit, John, unless I'm missing something. Mike, I am selling the June contract. Candy says, nice job, Joe and Sweet Bobby. Go green. Absolutely. Mike says, what would your trading plan say about how you manage the futures you sell to increase delta? Curious when you would buy them back. Will you sometimes lose money on them? Absolutely, you will lose money on them. And what the worst thing that you can do is sit here and watch your futures. See, I have positive delta. Your deltas will tell you when to take them off, because if the market keeps going up, 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 then my Greeks will go down, down, down. And when I can reduce those, like actually I could buy one back now, right? If I'm at 73, I could be at a high of 123. So I just went a little more conservative. This will tell you, this is where the decisions are made. This is where the decisions are made. So what we know is that I need to, I hate to do it, but I'm glad that you guys are seeing this. I need to release some funds from my T-bills. Y'all, that's exactly what I need to do. So this is the account. This is the one that's got the margin call. This is the one that we need to release some some buying power. So what you could do is you go to positions, right? And you see that we've got all of these little thingamajigs here, right? We've got all of our little T-bills here. Now, they've got various maturity dates. Now, Ed, if Ed is here, John says they're still far from in the money, so still a loser, but I could close a week early and say 25, 30 closing debit. Absolutely. Do it, John, if your metrics so speak. Now, Ed, I have sometimes had trouble closing the ones in the nearest expiration, but we certainly can try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it, Bobby. And did they tell you had to cover your call today? Because those things mature Tuesday. If you got your call today, why don't you have till Tuesday to remedy it?
They're saying because it's an IRA account.
Oh, all right.
That because it's an IRA account that I need to take
We'll
care
just
of that
go.
today.
Yeah, I'd go to the shortest expiration. I don't know why I didn't let you before.
Yeah, it didn't let me do
that.
didn't let me do it before, but let me make sure I've got 10 on this one. I think I have 10 of these, and I'm going to try to sell 5 of them. So this will be good.
Yep.
Why is my thing not letting me go back? 5. Go back. Here we go. 5 on the 314. Yep. So I've got 10 of them. Everybody sees I got 10 there. So let's see if we can sell 5 of these. And then it'll immediately pull up a bid, and it'll ask me if I want to do the bid. So I'm going to say sell. All right. Review order. This is where it normally comes up with a bid. Let's see. Place order. All right. Bid wanted. Bid wanted, bid wanted, bid wanted, bid wanted. Okay, this is the one that's pending. Bid wanted, pending orders, order status, bid wanted. 310. No, that's one that I've already done. Pending, failed. Did this one
Maybe
just,
hit your refresh button.
did this one just fail?
I'm in my car, Bobby. I wish I could help you more on this, but I'd hit the refresh button. You should have a bid by now.
Okay, let's see. Executed, entered on, today is 310. 310. There we go. No. Expiration. Hold on a second. Order type. Let me see. Enter. Status. Executed. Entered 3-3. Entered 3-3. I wanted to see if we've done that yet. Bid wanted. I think this is the one. I should have wrote down the little number on it or whatever. All right, let's see. Yeah, the QSIP on it, so I would know which one it was. All right, maturity 3-4. Oh, here it is. That's it. So that one is still pending, right? Yeah, for the 5 that I tried to sell there. That says it's still pending. And that's the thing that I've encountered before, Ed, is it's a little bit difficult to close those that are nearest to me. So what I want to go back is I want to go back and I want to try to do the ones in the next expiration.
And
So
you
let's
did
go-
just hit the refresh button.
Yep, I hit the refresh button. So let's go back and let's go to position. And let's see the ones 314, 321. Okay, so these are, y'all remember the ones ending in 7 or Z77. We've got 11 of those. Let's try to free up 5 of those. And we're going to sell them. And I want y'all to see where it comes up with the accept bid. Sell 5. Okay, place order. The Z77, y'all remember that. Accept bid, boom. Accept the bid. Now that should take it out. Let's see. Where's my 77? Bid wanted, issue, maturity, expires. Let's refresh it and see if it's taken them off yet. Pending.
You might want to glance at your platform. If it executed, it'll yank it right out of there and put the cash in.
Yep, let's see. This account has no available buying power. Let me move it off to the side, y'all, where I can look at my cash and sweep and all that.
So if it didn't take it out, if your cash and sweep is not,
It just took them out.
It took them out?
Yeah, when you're on your platform, right before you switch back to the screen, it went from 11 to 6.
Oh, good. The 77 went from 11 to 6. It sure did, didn't it? All right, let's see if it's saying that I need to sell some more. Who is that? Hal?
Yeah,
sounds,
I'm beginning to recognize Hal's voice every time, which is really good. All right, so let's see what it says now, y'all. This is good. All right, so let's see. All right, so it's still saying that my cash and sweep now says that my cash and sweep is positive by 500, but my buying power is still negative. So my buying power is still negative. I think I could close a couple more and be totally happy with that. Let's just close a couple more. I want to make sure I'm totally good with them.
it can't hurt. You have more maturing on Tuesday. You can just re-roll.
Yeah.
Remember, these are just juice, it's extra gravy. As I've said, I have T-bills that definitely will have to be liquidated if I get squeezed. So this is just part of it, and it's a great learning lesson. I like how you're rolling through it, not really being an expert, and it's really not that big of a deal. But
No, it's not big of a deal. And I've done it before, but what I wanted to do today is to make sure that everybody got to experience it with me. Because if y'all are having to go through the same thing, except the bid, so we should get out of that. Let's see if it updates now. So we sold another 4. Come on, little baby. Four, bid wanted, status pending. Let's go back, look again.
And remember, this is kind of a behind the scenes platform. It's not the lightning execution we do on our Thinkorswim platforms or other electronic platforms.
Mm-hmm.
This is like back in the day of web entry for orders. So your order gets sent, it's get routed around and pinged around electronically. And then, it takes a little while to feed back into your account.
Mm-hmm.
But you again saw how quickly your cash got put back in. That's the nice part. That's one of the most important things. It's immediate relief. And I love how you said earlier, go deal with your problem and then free up your cash if you need to. Freeing up the cash is definitely no big deal and not the most imperative thing to do at the time.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to our positions again. Let's see what it looks like now. And I'm just kind of watching them on the platform over here. Still says I've got 6. So let's just look for one more. Let's see. So here, the 77 still says I've got 6. Let's see. I sold 5. Then it said I've had 6. Then I sold 4. Let me try to see if I could get unload 2. Or heck, just 1. Let's try 1 again. I'll leave 1 in this expression. Let's do sell again. Aren't y'all glad we've got a community like this where we can come together to do this? And this is what we're going to do, y'all, together when the big one comes. This is not the big one. This is not it. When the big one comes, we want to be able to come together so that we all can do these things together. All right, that one's still saying 6. It's still saying I've still got negative 100, but my cash and sweep is good. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go one more. I'm going to go out one more expiration just to see if I can unload a couple more, just to make sure we got no problems with buying power. Because actually, I would love to actually put in another trade. So this lead 314, 321. Let's go to the maturity date is 328. We got 6 of those. Let's unload a couple of them. Let's sell those, 3 of those. Review order. It'll palm up, place order, and it should say, accept the bid that's out there. So accept the bid. All right. All right, that should be enough. I mean, something should pop off here after a little bit. I'm gonna let these things work for a second. Let me go ahead and hide my stuff again. And I'll make sure that we get a couple of those off. All right. Still says account has no buying power. So I'm still waiting on a couple of those things to go through and fill. And if it doesn't, I'll just keep on going, y'all. I mean, I want to make sure that I restore my buying power before we finish the day. Any questions at all on what we've done today? I just don't think it's the time to panic. The reason we are in the situation that we are is because of the elevated volatility. VIX goes up, our Vega risk happens, everything's fine. Let's look at our naked positions over here just to make sure it's good. If you're going to lose money on futures, you say, oh, then wouldn't it be better to only sell a future if you're trying to reduce buying power and leave the delta to see if the market recovers? Wouldn't we be more concerned with a margin call than a delta breach? Well, I mean, I made that decision based on my overall portfolio. My deltas were extremely elevated as well as my buying power. So the biggest chunk or bang for my buck was reducing my deltas and still leaving positive deltas so that the recovery, I'm still making money. If my deltas get too low, then I'm going to sell a future. So I want my futures to lose actually, but I'm glad that I have them in if the market continues to go down. It's kind of those, damned if you do, damned if you don't type things. So let's see if we can show our creeps and let's look at the deltas of our nickets.
And then Bobby, I want to answer John's question before you go.
Go ahead, do that.
Go
Go ahead and do that now while I'm looking at the deltas.
All right, cool. So John, in an IRA, the T-bills take up buying power. You don't get the buying power relief in an IRA. So for instance, in my $66,000 account, I had $30,000 in T-bills in it and 2 LT112s. I'm very close to that having a margin call because the 30,000 in T-bills is not marginable at 1% where they're holding back 300 and I have the other 27,000 available, 29.7 available. I'm actually using the whole 30,000. And like Bobby just did, if you get a little margin call in your IRA and it's a T-bill thing, it's only because the T-bills, you don't get the margin relief in an IRA account because there is no margin in an IRA. There's only span margin. You don't get the margin. That's like when we were talking about, can I sell a SPY put in an IRA? And I'm like, not for 25,000 because they're going to want the notional value of the SPY put. So if you sell a 350 SPY put, they're going to set aside, I think, I'm not in front of my computer, 35,000 in margin for that. They don't give you any margin relief in the IRA. I hope that makes sense.
Hey, before I let y'all go, now you see I'm okay to trade. Now you see that I've got $6,000 in buying power to use. Right. So, my buying power is now at 37, whatever. I mean, I'm in that enviable position where I could put on additional positions because my theta is low. But I think I'm just going to leave my buying power kind of where it is. I don't think I really want to in this account take additional risk. And the deal will be just to kind of let things kind of work out on their own. Yeah, I think I'm good. So what we did in this account is we significantly reduced our deltas. Our thetas should have remained about the same, and we reduced the buying power. Actually, we've reduced it farther than that. Our buying power now is at, well, it's not, it's about the same, 39,173. Good. And then we go enjoy the rest of the day. We look at our naked puts. Check this out, guys. I didn't know you could do this. Look at the individual delta here of the thing. So Ryan taught me this. Go to your naked puts, your option deltas. Do you see anything that needs rolling? I'm at a 17, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 21, 23, 23, 24. 25, there's a 29, 12, 13, 13, 15. My positions are perfectly safe. They're perfectly safe. Let's go back to the Tasty account and let's look at the online portion here. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look as good as it does, y'all. I mean, our net lick has really gone down, right? But look, if we hang to expiration here, we're just fine. There's no problem. We're starting to go in the right direction. So I hope what everybody does is from a day like today, don't panic. Don't panic. Take it slow. Do the process. What do your metrics say? Remember what our session was yesterday. Our job is this: to keep Donald Trump under control while Nancy Pelosi is on one side and Chuck Schumer is on the other. Or you could say we're going to keep Joe Biden under control in the center with McCarthy on one side and McConnell on the other. Whatever you want to do. But we know that Donald Trump's very volatile. So he's our favorite. So we got to make sure that we kind of keep him nice and happy so he's not tweeting too much. But the problem is you've got Schumer on one side of Donald and you've got Nancy on the other side, and they're just poking at him. So our job is, if we're going to control Donald, we've got to control Nancy and Chuck. So if we can keep Chuck, who is buying power, in control, and Nancy, who is Delta, in control, then there's a higher probability that we can control Donald. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. In a political type fashion. All right, let's see what our new messages are. Can you show your option delta in MES and the delta for SPY together? Yes. Let's do that. So, yeah, because Eliza and I were talking about this earlier today. So our SPY delta is 64. If we unweight it, it's 62. It's 10 times. So if you have MES deltas of 6, multiply that by 10, and that will show you that we've got 64 SPY weighted deltas. Okay. Carlos, thanks, Ed. I'm loaded up on T-bills. They've been working great. Yeah, they're doing great. John, okay, got it. Thanks. Can you have PM in an IRA? Can you have portfolio margin in an IRA? Nick, I'm not sure about that. I'm not a portfolio margin trader. I never use portfolio margin in anything because I'm a futures trader.
My guess is no, because you can't have a margin account with an IRA. So I don't see how you could have portfolio margin.
But you
can have span margin,
margin.
and the span margin, you don't get the T-bill relief in an IRA. You just don't. But again, if you have like 30 or 40 or 50% or 60% buying power available, a lot of the time that cash is still sitting there useless. Throw it in a T-bill. Do what Bobby just did if you get in a crunch. You're not going to do it very often. In the meantime, you're making all that money. Don't let that be a discouragement. Just realize you don't get the buying power relief. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah. So the biggest takeaway today is, y'all, this is what we've been wanting. We have wanted to have pain in the account so that we know how to navigate out of the pain. And the positions at this point are perfectly safe. We're just getting hit by the Vega risk. The Vega increasing is why we're showing unrealized losses. We expect Vega to normalize. If it doesn't normalize, we'll continue selling futures. We'll take off some profitable positions. We'll continue to work this thing. We'll just kind of work it step by step. But now we've taken an account that was in crisis, that was in a margin call, and we took it out of margin call. And we did it very quietly and very methodically. It's really kind of cool.
And Bobby,
Yeah.
a couple more things, if I can chime in at the tail end here.
Yeah.
First, I think you need to label this some kind of crisis management. Don't just throw this up as a Friday session. This was a really good review, and it needs to somehow be titled where we can find it. So please do that. And the other thing is, in my room, I have this video, and I've talked about it before. It's from Anton Kulikov. It was his Futures 2022 review. And he goes through the things he liked the most. The first thing he actually touches on about, I don't know, 10 to 13 minutes in is when you sell premium and the market explodes against you, the odds of you need to sell more premium if you can, because the odds of it blowing up on you have decreased by a large amount because they've already blown up on you. And that's exactly what we're experiencing this week, where it's blown up on us. And like you put positions on because you could. If you can't or you're not comfortable, just let the fire simmer, and hopefully, things will tame down, as we're saying, and it'll all get, much healthier fairly quickly. But he goes through the logic of selling premium after the market goes against your existing positions. And as you mentioned earlier, and I was driving, I couldn't really see what you were showing. Volatility has gone insane this week. So if you look at IVR or the VIX and look where it was and look where it's gone to, and look like it was up basically, I think 50% from the low to the high this week. That clobbers our existing theta. And as the VIX goes from something like 19 to 29, it can go to 50, but it's already gone to 29. And I don't know where it is now, but you said it was at 29 earlier today. Yeah, it can go to 50, it can go to 40, but remember, it hung around in the upper 30s forever last year, and it would not go above 40. Everyone kept saying, oh, it's got to spike, or it's not a capitulation bottom, it's got to spike, and it really never did. And then we got the huge relief rally. So we're in the upper 20s, and during a lot of last year's crisis times, the VIX was in the mid to upper 30s. So take a look at the VIX chart for last year or so and look at where we are now. And so you can see the risk of volatility spiking further is always there, always. We don't know what's coming over the weekend or what dumb announcement's going to be made or who might make what dumb move on the world scene or whatever. But the odds of the VIX going from 29 to 40, the percentage, it's a 1/3 increase. It's not the VIX going from 10 to 30, where it triples. You follow? So, as we get higher, the rise in the VIX is a smaller percentage. And as we get higher, it gets harder for the VIX to go higher, if that kind of makes sense. So those are some things I want to throw. I really encourage everyone to go look at this video. Go to like minute 10, minute 13. It's only like 10 or 12 minutes long. It really can become, I think, a cornerstone of your attitude of how do I sell premium on days like this? It's not easy. And that video will explain in logical terms why you should if you have the buying power and you're comfortable doing it. So that's what I want to say. Thank you.
Well, Ed, while you said that, I actually went in and sold 6 additional naked puts in the IRA. In the account, I got the margin call on it. So yeah, I mean, that's when you sell, y'all. It's when, volatility has popped these things up. You're farther from the market. I mean, it's farther from the current price. You can sell farther out. And this is when you sell. Exactly when you sell. All right, great session. Okay, so let me tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you what we're going to do after I stop the recording and tell everybody what we're going to do.